everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. Well, I've got an exciting preview for you guys today. We have finally gotten our hands on the new border model 35th scale Tiger 1. And initially, we thought this kit was actually going to be out to the public in early January to early February, sometime in that period. But what happened on this kit is Border Model discovered some errors in the mold making process that they had done on this. And rather just release it to the public and have a bunch of people mad at them, they went back and corrected all of the mistakes that they put into the mold. So it's been reworked, and then of course Chinese New Year came along and that delayed everything a couple weeks more too. So finally they have them corrected and fully produced. In fact, I believe the containers are shipping from China right now to get over to the United States, and I think it's going to be worth the extra wait. There's a lot of cool accessories inside this kit. Even a special prize for the first, I believe, couple thousand kits that they've come out with. And I'll show you that once we get into it. So very excited. This is one I'm definitely going to build. Love the Tiger tank. And very excited to get a brand new kit. Plus there's all kinds of Photo-etch and metal barrels, all that kind of stuff. But we'll show you that in a few minutes. So let's get started. Oh, I almost forgot. I also have an early sample of the 72nd scale Leopard 2A5/2A6 that we'll also take a look at in this video. So now, let's get started. And here we are. Here is the kit we've all been waiting for. This is the Tiger 1 early production in 35th scale from Border Model. And this is a very specific group of tigers that you can build out of this. These are all for the July to August 1943 at the Battle of Kursk tigers. So all of the decal markings inside are going to be the camouflage versions, either the 2-color camouflage or 3-color camouflage, but none of the markings inside are for the German gray. And I'll show you at closer to the end of the video in the instructions the different markings that come inside the kit. Also too, if you look on the side of the box here, there is a lot of extra accessories, which obviously I'll show you inside the kit as well. So, knapsacks and all kinds of other kind of things to put on there. Plus, like a muzzle brake bag for the front of the muzzle brake when they would cover it up when they weren't in combat. Lots of cool stuff inside. So let's take a look at the plastic. Now we'll take a look at the tracks here, and the tracks are the individual link right here, and then length of track right in through here. And it's kind of unusual when you're looking at them right away. First of all, the length of track, this piece and this piece over in here, all have the hollow guide horns. So needless to say, this was all done with slide molding on the outer edge right here. And then the individual link track does require you to put the hollow horn mounted on each one of them tracks. So it's going to help out a lot that we don't have to put the hollow horns into place on all of these tracks. That's a lot of extra work. So that's already done for us. This right here, this is a length of track, excuse me, and it does not have the horns on it, but I'm assuming this setup right here is going to match up exactly to that. So it might be a type of thing we'll be able to drop it into place, glue them all at once, and then just cut the top off. And as you can imagine, you're going to get 2 sets of track, one for the left and right side of the vehicle. Next up, we're going to look at this sprue right here. This is kind of an unusual sprue. Normally on a lot of kits, you'd see these broken up into them, but they just left it all together as one big piece here. Right off the top, 5 different mantlets you're going to get inside here. You closely look at each one of those, and then you're also going to get the choice of 3 different turret bins in the back here. And you can see here, it's kind of an unusual way that's molded right there, but it looks like it's got some decent detail inside of those. So nothing on this but turret baskets and front mantlets. So very interesting on that. Now we're going to show you this sprue right here. This has lots of the accessory pieces for the top. So we have like our grates right up and through here. You take a closer look at those. And then this whole edge right here is all been slide molded. So the pipes for the FIFO air cleaners are in here. All the cleaner pieces are in there, and they've all been molded with a hollow opening right there for ease of putting together. We've got our heat shields for the back here, and then of course our transmission covers, and then of course our tow cable. Let's see the detail on that. You can see the casting on the on parts for the rear engine deck right there. Big heavy pieces. Some of the tools, those look to be pretty nice, with nice little clasps on top of each one of them to hold them down. Next up, we have our wheel and suspension piece. This is a pretty large sprue right here. So up in the corner here, we have our drive sprocket, and then lots and lots of road wheels because it is a Tiger. Some more road wheels, and then here are our suspension arms. Let you see those, and then yep, here they are right down the middle here. This is all of our torsion bars inside there. And then I'll let you get a close-up look here at all the little accessories that come on this kit and how well they've been molded. And also on this sprue, you'll notice that there is slide molding here for more parts for the FIFO air cleaner. And you'll notice also the radiators are included inside this. So you can open up the radiator hatches and have something underneath there to actually show. So let you take a look at those from a couple of different angles. Very nice looking. And of course, you get two sprues of that because obviously left and right side. Next up, we're going to take a look at the, I guess it's mostly the upper hull parts on this particular sprue. So we have the top of the hull right here. And as you can see the way this is molded there, that it will have a separate hatch for the radiator, which I just showed you a minute ago. Plus we have all of our side fenders here, and then the rear plate and some of the other parts of the upper hull. Just like that. We've got the next sprue here. This has got parts for our turret as well as our gun. So you've got the upper part of the turret here. And I'm going to pull this out right here because this has been slide molded as well. So we have part of the gun. So this part of the back of the gun as well as the muzzle brake and the MG. The MG is molded with a hollow tip on it as well. Now, you're noticing right here, I'm sure, that there is a plastic barrel inside here, one-piece plastic barrel. But also keep in mind, too, I'll show you in a minute, there is a aluminum metal barrel in here as well. And then, kind of unusual. This guy's sitting all by himself up in the corner up here on these long runners. But, yeah, very, very nice-looking parts. Some of the small detail stuff in there as well. Now we can take a look at the accessories. These are all parts that are just going to be, add to the effect when you build your vehicle. So right off, you can see we've got a big giant log right here, actually two, and I'm sure that's for anti-ditching. That if you get the thing stuck, and then we've got all kinds of tarps and bags and bundles, helmets, jerry cans, buckets. Which the buckets are going to be very helpful because on the back of the radio, these tanks always carried a bucket back there, mainly for keeping the radiators filled. Because from what I understand, they went through a lot of water on those heavy tanks. And you can see all of the accessories that are in this kit. Very anxious to see how all of these tarps and bags and things like that go together. Oh, here is something different. Here is a piece of, hopefully you can see it. It is an animal leg, maybe like a goat's leg or a sheep's leg. I guess the crew found some meat and were leaving it on the side of the hull to eat later on. So that's included as well. Next up, we're going to take a look at the accessories that come inside of this kit. And as you can see here, there are two frets of Photo-etch. First one having the screens for the rear engine deck, as well as this looks like this is going to be part of the FIFO air cleaner and a few other little accessories here and there. we also have a sheet of photo-etch bob wire. And this is the anti-personnel bob wire that they would string on the side of the vehicle to keep the Russians from climbing up on there and putting magnetic mines. That's why eventually they'd go and put Zimmerit on it, and it turns out they didn't use the magnetic mines as much as they thought they were going to. And also a aluminum metal barrel for the 88 millimeter gun. And one other thing that I left inside its bag here, because I didn't want to lose them at all, are the turned brass smoke discharger canisters that go on the side of the turret. They're all made out of brass right there as well. And finally, here is the set of decals that come inside there for the 10 different variations inside that will show you the instructions right now. So here are the instructions. And we'll just spend just a couple of seconds on these right here. There is a little history with a couple of pictures up in the front here. And is torsion bars like we showed earlier on there with the radiators. And then we'll kind of just skip to the back here to show you the different markings. Now, initially I told you they were all Kursk, but it turns out one of them is for winter of 1943-44, and that's this tricolored camouflage with the whitewash over it. And then the rest, this is Heavy Tank Battalion 505 at Kursk. We also have Heavy Tank Battalion 503, more 503, both at Kursk. This is Heavy Tank Battalion 505 and 503 again here, both tanks at Kursk. And then the last two are 1st SS Panzer Regiment and 2nd SS Panzer Regiment at Kursk also. So most of them are Kursk ones there, but it gives you an idea. You do have a lot to choose from on how you want to paint this vehicle. And one more sprue I didn't see in the box right away, probably because it was the clear one. The clear parts sprue that is inside here has all the vision blocks for both the cupola as well as all of the hatches. And now I want to show you the free gift that is inside the boxes. I'm not quite sure. I know it's the initial wave that is coming to the country, but they will include, and I'm not sure the numbers on that, but the initial wave will have the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. I hope I'm saying that properly. And this one has the oak leaves and swords on it. And if you notice up close, it's got the 1939 is when the Knight's Cross came out. And then on the back, it has the date of the 1813, which is when the first Iron Crosses were issued. And it's a kind of a cool little memento. I guess if you're doing a diorama or putting the tank on a base, this would be a nice little thing to put alongside of it there. So this is included inside the initial kits. And now we're going to include a little bonus coverage on the new 72nd scale Leopard 2A5/2A6 in 72nd scale. And we'll open this up and show you the parts right now. So let's take a look at the plastic on this. To start off here, we have our lower hull. And I'm going to get in real close so you guys can see the weld bead that goes down on this. And see how small it is. So this piece right here, as you can see, it's probably about 5 inches long. It is all slide molded for this lower hull. Beautifully done. And like I said, just that weld is pretty cool, and for as small as it is. Next up, we are going to take a look at the turret. Now, hopefully I can get the right light just right did you notice this has got anti-skid on the turret? So they went ahead and they were able to get an anti-skid on a 72nd scale, and it looks really, really nice. Plus the welds on that too. Maybe you can see those a little bit better. Very, very nicely done, border. Now we're going to take a look at the tracks on this particular kit. And we have link and length on this, just like we did on the Tiger. And the guide horns are already molded in on that, so no worries about having to put tiny guide horns in on it. And then take a look at those. Those are the smoke dischargers for the side of the turret. Super tiny. We've got our road wheels right there. Zoom in on those so you can see those nicely. One of the drive sprockets fell off, but I've got that in the box. And the tow hook, or the tow cables, slide molded as well. So it will come with a little piece of braided wire inside the kit. I'll just show you that in a minute. And that will plug right into those with a little super glue. And of course, 2 of those are in the kit. Now we'll jump over to the hull. And yep, it looks like they've put some anti-skid on that. And the tools are molded into place on there. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you like that or dislike that? There you can see the anti-skid a little bit better and the welds on it. That's the bottom of the turret, and then there is your barrel for the gun. There we go. And the final sprue we're going to take a look at is this one here. This has all the other pieces on it. So up in here we have our side skirts, the rear of the hull. Nice looking right there. Looks like there's another barrel inside of this. Oh, I guess, yeah, between the 2A5 and the 2A6. The 2A6 has a longer barrel on it. And just quickly just show you some of the other parts. Especially this. Look at this. I'm going to flip this around here. 72nd scale. That is a pretty nice looking pair of machine guns there. Including the top machine gun has a little bit of slide molding in on it. And finally, we have our Photo-etch. I'm trying to not blind you guys with it. So you've got all of the grates, and the bottom of the basket are also done in Photo-etch. And that little bit of braided wire I told you about for the tow cables also included in there. Well, there you go, guys. There's a quick look at the new Tiger 1 early production with a little bonus coverage of the Leopard 2A5 in 72nd scale. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you as always for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, smash that like button. And if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and subscribe. That way you'll never miss a new video. So thanks again for watching, and please stay tuned because we have many more videos coming.